Let's have a conversation, man.
LeBron James is among the top 3 basketball players of all time. There are a lot of stories and opinions that go along with that position, one coming from the legendary NBA player Michael Jordan's former agent, David Falk. He claimed that if Jordan had cherry-picked what teams he wanted to be on and 2 other superstars, he would have won 15 championships. Rich Paul, James's friend and agent, was driven by that remark. Paul retaliated over Falk's usage of the word cherry-picking. He also spoke on different narratives surrounding James and his career. Paul went hard at James's haters and naysayers on the show.
David Falk said something the other day about LeBron cherry picking. That's interesting to use the term cherry picking. The careers of the LeBron and Michael Jordan it's not apples and apples for a number of reasons. But the cherry picking terminology of it all, coming from someone who literally had John Thompson, Dean Smith, and Mike Krzyzewski supporting his business, putting superstar athletes in his lap. I think he was part of the Cherry Clan.
Interestingly, Paul did not stop there. He also addressed one of the biggest narratives about James, something that James personally selects the super teams on which he plays. That's false, and I can say that because I'm there. When you think about that narrative, people don't think about the impact that has off the court. Most people...
You know what? Before we even get started, the first thing that I want to touch on, before I even forget, before we go into all this cherry picking and the semantics of the word, right? And then the bronzexual fans, LeBron James has created the situations and the places that he went, the coaches, right? That's why there's the meme out there with he made this face and now he's going to get traded. His biggest problem was that he never focused on getting a good coach, a great coach, a legendary coach. That was his problem.
Sensational.
He was always the coach. He was always, I'm going to do it. This is all I need is this and that. But if he would have had a Phil Jackson, right? Similar, right? Even like I've got a few coaches in mind that I can think of, right? Like the Larry Browns of the world. There was another guy in Utah. I think his name was, it wasn't Malone. That's the one I just got cut. But just legendary coaches at that time, if he would have gotten them and they would have taught him some things, he probably would have won more. Y'all tell me what legendary coach LeBron James has or had, because Eric Spoelstra was new when LeBron James came in. Every time LeBron James wants a coach, it's a rookie coach. It's a rookie coach. That is LeBron's problem. Now, that's his sting on his legacy. However, let's get to the cherry picking, because the last time I checked, I don't like playing this like political game with people and being politically correct and the semantics of things. Let's call it what the hell it is. If you go and you call up Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh because you can't win in Cleveland, they put all these pieces around you. They trying to get you to win, and you keep coming out of the Eastern Conference, going to the finals and getting your butt smacked. And you say, hey, Dwayne Wade, I'm trying to come over to your team. Let me go ahead and get Chris Bosh. I am cherry picking. I am picking somebody to play with. Michael Jordan was the staple, and they put players around Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan stayed with the Chicago Bulls and won. We would not have the same conversation if LeBron James stayed with Cleveland and he had a winning percentage when he went to the finals. Y'all would be screaming, he did it with Cleveland. No, he did it. He got like 4 championships. But he didn't. The Chicago Bulls was a good organization. That's a good thing. It's not their fault. He also had a bad coach that Michael Jordan did not like at first. Go research it. Then he got Phil Jackson. They got Phil Jackson in. Okay? They start winning. But Michael Jordan wasn't saying, hey, man, I'm the coach, I'm the GM, I'm this and that. Michael Jordan just said, put some players around me so I can play and we can win. And they weren't always winning, and then they found a way to win. They got Scottie Pippen, and they started getting other pieces around them. the Grants of the world and Dennis Rodman and Steve Kerr and Paxson and BJ Armstrong and Craig Hodges and all these guys, they start getting people around them. That's because that's a good organization. LeBron James left Miami and said, let me go to Kyrie Irving's team. Let me go to Kyrie Irving's team. Let me call up Kevin Love. Let me get K Love. Let me get J.R. Smith. Let me get. Because LeBron James fans, you do know that I looked up a stat the other day. As far as like all-star appearances of players that he's played with, it's like over 100 something all-star appearances from the players that he's played with. Leaves Cleveland and says, hey, hey, bro, let's go over here. Picking up another all-star. He has chosen his teams. He wasn't traded to Miami. He went to Miami willingly and made sure that he was taking up some superstars. Come on. What is that called? That is called cherry picking. If you were to give Michael Jordan the ability of what LeBron is doing, let me get this, let me get that, let me blah, 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 he would be winning a whole lot. And this, my friends, bronze sexual fans, this is exactly why it's even harder on LeBron James, because we can tell that he's trying to run things on the team. So when things fail, it fails and falls on him because you are the one that constructed all of this.
Sensational.
You're the one that got J.J. Redick as your coach. And then he plays all 5 of y'all in the playoffs and y'all get bounced in the first round. You wanted J.J. Redick. Yes, J.J. Redick gets the smoke for making a rookie and bad decision, but so does LeBron. This is who he wanted. You wanted AD. Yes, he was getting injured in X, Y, and Z, but you wanted AD. But see, that's the problem that I don't like. LeBron gets to basically escape from accountability when he creates the situation. And then his fans say, well, he didn't have nobody. He didn't have this and that. Man, this man has had nothing but help his whole career. But y'all tell me that he makes players better. He doesn't. What happens is players have to conform to being on LeBron James' team. Hence, Kevin Love. Kevin Love was a dog on Minnesota. And then he turned into three-point shooting Kevin Love, just like Chris Bosh, because that's how you have to play with LeBron James. You got to give him space. You got to be able to shoot so he can go downhill and pass the ball off. David Falk told the truth on here. LeBron James has been cherry picking his teams. We know that. But you see, Rich Paul is acting like some of you Bron fans. Y'all acting super soft when the truth comes out. This is what's happening with his legacy. This is what he's done. This is what he created. And just so that I can go ahead and put the nail right in the coffin and dig that wound a little bit deeper for you, Bron fans, this man behind me, Kobe Bryant, that's longevity for you. That's longevity for you. He stayed with the Lakers organization for 20 years. Oh, let me guess. Y'all don't count that as longevity, huh? You think longevity only applies for LeBron James? Only to his body and him not getting injured. But last time I checked, longevity means to stay somewhere for a long period of time. Did he not stay with the Lakers organization his entire career and win with them? Went down with his team when they weren't that good, got Paul Gasol, and then won 2 more championships without him?
Sensational.
And when he retired, went out on a 60-piece with his last game? I mean, come on now. Yeah, y'all can act like that's not impressive, but he went out just as he was remembered, relentless and as a scorer. Scored 60-piece on his way out with the same team he was drafted with. That, my friends, is longevity. That's also another part of longevity. Kobe was just like Mike. Y'all put the players around me. I want to win, and let's go. LeBron James, hey, I don't have enough pieces that you guys are putting around me. he did cherry pick his teams. That's exactly what he did. Convince me that he didn't. Convince me that he hasn't been a benefactor in getting rid of a lot of these coaches. And he's picked the next coach. Convince me that Bronny James, number 55, just by happenstance, goes to the Lakers just by happenstance. Nobody gets Bronny James but the Lakers while his dad is playing. Hires JJ Redick. He has a podcast with him, and he's his coach the next year, while they're talking about plays on one of their podcasts. Convince me he hasn't done this his whole career. LeBron James is a prima donna. Like, straight up, he's a prima donna. I watch clips of Kobe Bryant getting clotheslined by Raja Bell, getting straight up and being like, all right, man, let's continue. I've watched Kobe Bryant get into fights and then let's continue. Meanwhile, I see LeBron James barely getting hit on the way to the basket and falling onto the floor. I watch him falling onto the floor and then peeking up to see if the ref sees him in pain. And this dude is 6'8", 260 something. Soft. Like my man Kobe would say, y'all soft like Charmin. That's all I'm going to say on this video. I want to hear the Bron fans, and I want to hear y'all walk this one back, right? Not walk it back. I want to hear y'all walk with this one and tell me how LeBron James has not cherry-picked every team that he's went to, except for when he was drafted. In the biggest part of his career, he has been able to cherry-pick his coach, cherry-pick his players, and then even cherry-pick his organization. Meanwhile, the GOATs of the world, bingo, learned to play with who they had and won championships, including Steph Curry. Oh, LeBron's kryptonite. He got 4 championships in LeBron's era. How is he not his kryptonite? I didn't say he was the GOAT. I just said he's LeBron's kryptonite. That's who y'all Bron fans are really afraid of. Y'all really are afraid of Steph Curry. Because if Steph Curry happens to win one more while LeBron is here or while he's playing, you guys are scared. You already are scared now. He's got 4 chips, so LeBron's got 4 chips. He's done it in a smaller amount of time. Why? Yes, he had a better organization that drafted well. Right? Remember, they drafted Klay Thompson. They drafted Draymond Green. They drafted Steph Curry, and they were able to win. Then they got KD and got them back-to-back championships. Sure, they sure did go grab KD. They did. But it ain't no different than what LeBron was doing. LeBron got hit with his own medicine. But I digress. I get off this, man. Let me know y'all thoughts of this. Do you think that LeBron James has cherry-picked his teams? And I want to hear from Bron fans specifically on if David Falk was right, and you can admit that he was right, or what's your rebuttal? Let me get out of here. Like I say after every video, this is chess, not checkers. I'm going to see y'all at work.
You are watching a master at work.